Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called. Defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Off play action. Here's Goff. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Walker now on first. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Two seconds to go, first quarter. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they're stopping behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. It's Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Smith throwing again. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here's Walker. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Walker once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from Pater. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Lions nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Goff. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of 1st halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going. Here goes time.
On 1st down, it's gone. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the red zone now, Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Goff throwing again. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff. Have got it back to within a score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now Gino on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Goff now looking to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 and the 15. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Seahawks in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. And meanwhile, for the Lions, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
17.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
14. Delay of game, Austin.
That Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A shotgun snap for gone. And Sharp calls it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Walker with another carry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's taken down. Back at his own 7. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From the gun, it's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards. started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Goff on first down. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now Goff on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. 46 yards. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
Let's go now.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
fake it. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Called that a very strong gain of 24. Straight ahead, Walker. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Lockett, the man in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, that would go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the red zone now, Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try and run Walker. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? and he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. Goff now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Now Goff. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's Goff. And that's caught by Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Smith now to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, the clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
It'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there. Move the ball past midfield. And now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown, because a field goal won't finish the game.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So a big play in this opening drive Throwing now is Geno. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. He had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him the ball game.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. First throw in overtime for Goff. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's patience to be admired right there, because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's gone. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. You know they're going to be looking his way in overtime. He's had a fantastic game, but unable to hook up there.
And how many times do we see this situation where they actually complete that pass, and you wonder to yourself, how do you let him get open? How do you not know they're going to go to him? He's their big play guy. In this case, they defended it well and knocked it away.
Goff now looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So it's a win here for the Lions.